I'm gonna be round my vegetables. I'm gonna chow down my vegetables. I love you most of all, my favorite vegetable.
Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Simone and welcome to The Educated Gardener. I consider this a specialty retail nursery and gardener store that's worth discovering. That's my tagline. So I started my business, let's see, maybe I should start from the beginning.
Please do.
I got a degree at Cal Poly in landscape architecture, but I've always been a total plant fanatic. And actually when I first started going to school, it was in natural resource management. So I have a little bit more of an environmental background. My business I started back in 1989, and my focus was on organics and plants that are hardy and unusual. I'm a total plant fanatic, so I'm always looking for something interesting and different. This is Mr. Jinx, by the way, one of my helpers, organic pest control.
I gotta tell you, I just finished doing one of my neighbors up on Hogback Ridge, and he was showing me his garden, which I have just before you, and here I'm going to put up on the Garden Dude. But one of the things he said was he could not have a garden up on Hogback Ridge if it were not for his cats, because the gophers are just so endemic up there.
Oh, yeah.
Are your cats any good about that?
My cats have totally taken care of gopher problems and the squirrel problems. I had an amazing problem with squirrels. I'd come in the morning and the plants were decimated. I'd have a pot with sticks.
And the cats took care of that?
The cats totally took care of that.
It looks like he's taking care of your koi too.
Well, hopefully not. He's just getting a drink.
Tell me about your pond plants.
Oh, so one of my specialties is in water gardens. So I have a large selection of pond plants, water lilies, and let's see, bog-loving plants. I sell them either bare root or in containers for people to put right into their ponds. Hey, no helping. I did have a raccoon come in recently and he took out my big butterfly koi.
Oh.
Made me very sad. At least I think it was a raccoon and not a cat.
He was just petting him.
Yeah.
So what kind of pond plants do you have then?
I have water lilies, various sizes of cattails, marsh marigolds, water sprite, pickerel rush.
What happened to your cat's tail?
He's a Manx.
Okay.
Born like that.
So is that a pretty large part of your business then, are these pond plants?
It is. There are very few people who sell water plants up here in North County, and it's a lot of fun. It's very addicting.
I've heard that a lot of the pond plants are really good for purifying water.
They do. The water plants will use the nutrients that are in the water.
One of the things we're working on now in the Surfrider Foundation is to get Pismo Beach to do a constructed wetlands up in the top of Price Canyon, and then use pond plants to then allow the water to recharge the aquifer and stop putting it in the outfall out in the ocean.
Oh, good.
I know.
Yeah, they'll definitely use a lot of the organic matter and the nutrients that are in the water.
Is it hyacinth is the one they use mostly for that?
Yeah, the hyacinths are great. That's just an annual up here in North County unless you're in a more protected spot. But that's a very popular floating plant. It has little bulbs. The leaves have bulb-like structures on them. And the roots hang down in the water and really use up a lot of the nitrates.
This is a butterfly bush. Do you also sell plants that attract butterflies?
Oh, yes. I do. Butterfly attracting habitat plants.
And I noticed that you have lots of cute little structures around the place. Is that just for atmosphere?
It is for atmosphere. Some of them are storage buildings.
Mm-hmm. So that's a little schoolhouse.
A lot more character.
Yeah, it does.
It's fun.
And there's the schoolhouse, and then let's see over there. What would you call that one?
That's just a garden shed.
A garden shed. Okay, I can understand that. Lots of nice grapes. Here we have some more garden sheds. And over here, We have a water tower. Is that a functional water tower?
Not a functional water tower.
Well, sure.
Overlooked.
Very, very cute. And how long has it taken you to build all these things?
Well, some of them we built our first year, so it's been a process.
Nice.
So here at my nursery, I've always been leaning more towards organic, or definitely into organics. I never get in any herbicides or pesticides or synthetic fertilizers, and a lot of times I'll get in praying mantis egg cases and ladybugs to sell to my customers, and the ones that don't sell, I set free here. So here we happen to have one of the second generation egg cases. So this was from an egg case that I put out in my nursery. The praying mantises hatched, and then last year
Did you put your finger on it?
Laid their eggs. This is what a natural praying mantis egg case looks like.
Okay, wait a second. I'm trying to find your fingers. Okay, there it is. Okay, I got it. Oh yeah, that's a praying mantis case, huh?
So this is what they look like in the wild. Much more compact and smaller than the egg cases that you'll purchase from your local nursery, which are real puffy masses. So if you ever see one of these egg cases in your yard, do not destroy it, because those will hatch out. You'll have wonderful praying mantises running around your garden and doing pest control. And one of the best things I ever saw was a praying mantis eating a grasshopper that was bigger than it was.
Wow.
Yes.
And grasshoppers are not nice.
No, I don't care for grasshoppers.
The nice things that I like about this garden is that it has this beautiful little, I would call it a cave of happiness, of these happy little birds that sit in here, and usually they're singing. But let's see if we can find, oh, there they are over there. It looks like they're just sitting around. Come on, birds, do your thing. Okay, their mom. And what's the story on the birds? What kind of birds are these?
Those are all canaries, except for Chicken John.
And Chicken John, is he happy or unhappy about being in with the canaries?
Oh, he's fine with it, but he doesn't believe that he's a bird and should just be in an aviary. He'd much rather be out with us humans.
Well, I've seen him out. You let him out once in a while?
I do, under supervision.
Okay.
Some people are afraid of roosters.
Oh.
But he's quite a character. We got him, he was my son's 4-H show rooster. So he was raised from a chick being held. So he wants to sit on your lap and be carried around.
Oh, he imprinted on humans?
Yes.
Okay, well, does he eat bugs?
He does.
Then he's part of the organic stuff, yeah.
He is, yes. My organic earwig controller. Business office.
So all the business gets conducted in there.
As opposed to my sales office.
Sales office is which one? This one?
That one.
Oh yeah, that's where you sell all your stuff. Okay, and then you always have your interesting veggies and other types of flower plants here, and I know that you get a bunch of them from Matt Finkelstein.
Yep.
Any good stuff right now?
Spring, not yet. A few more weeks.
Also should point out that one of the nice things about your place is that you're here in Santa Margarita, and the scale is very appropriate.
Oh, thank you.
Where you have, you know, like you said one time that you like Santa Margarita because you can walk everywhere.
Right, yeah. That's one of the main reasons why I opened my business here.
And the business is on a very Santa Margarita scale.
Oh, thank you.
And so it's very appropriate, and I'm sure that people come from miles around to get your stuff.
People actually do. It's the tiny town within the tiny town.
Yep. What are your plans for the future of the educated gardener?
My plans are to continue spreading the word about organics and get people more interested in planting their own gardens and growing their own produce and vegetables and fruits, and also to become more in touch with the land. And it's an ongoing quest to educate people about what will grow well in their areas, rather than just planting things because they're beautiful but they're not suited for the situation and they have to keep replanting and replanting. Often it's not necessarily because of how they're treating the plants, but because the plants aren't suited for where they're planted.
That's part of being a gardener, is getting in harmony with things. Tell me about your logo, the little worm studying something.
Oh, No, the worm is the symbol of the educated gardener. So the worm is, okay, the worm was my gardening mascot, and he's studying the books, so he's becoming educated.
And this is a real worm?
No.
Do you have a worm farm here?
I don't, but I've been needing to get some worm bins in, so that'll be a project for the future.
I have my poor old Earth flag, like our Mother Earth, has seen better days, has been abused, is kind of tattered and torn, and this probably is the best reason why we need to malama Mother Earth.
And we